Oh, it's you. You're from that ball I went to. Or was it a banquet? Regardless, thanks to you, I feasted like a king. What's that? Am I here to take you to another banquet? Well, not quite. I was thinking, perhaps tonight we could dine in-house, if you understand what I mean. I was thinking about you and the delicious moment we shared the other night. We really do need to get you some nicer things in here. After all, you are one of my best thralls. I mean, you are my dearest, after all. My darling, my sweet, juicy, succulent, absolutely delectable. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a delicious thought, but I'm waiting for the right moment. No need to rush things. My travels of late took me far from the city, and believe me, there is nothing tasty out there in the woods. But here in front of me, well, I can scarcely think of anything more appetizing. But I wonder, are all the tricks that I usually use on my dearest, are they truly necessary? I find the night to be all the more delicious when there's no entrancing involved. Would you like that, my pet? If I were to lessen my charm on you, would you in turn be less charmed by me naturally? After poking around in your mind and sifting through those tantalizing thoughts of yours, I feel like you'd actually rather enjoy what I've had planned for you. The things I'd never do without knowing them to be a deep, true desire of yours. I mean, if I was a monster like a certain someone I know. But I have to be honest, I do detest the idea of being anything like them. So how about it? Shall I free you from this hold I have on you? Promise not to scream. Well, at least not for help anyway. Screams of pleasure are more than welcome. In fact, I'd actually kind of encourage it, if they sounded sweet enough. Very well. I'll return your full senses to you. Although I do quite hope that you'll stay, at least for one more taste. Well, how are you feeling? Anything you'd like to say? Where are we? Oh dear. You were under quite deep, weren't you? You've been unwell. A strong fever, I'd say. Honestly, I wasn't sure if you were going to make it. Who am I? Well, my name is Astarion. I'm a magistrate here in Baldur's Gate. I saw you collapse in the street, and I couldn't help but rescue you. After all, you didn't seem like you'd last much longer on your own. This looks like a dungeon. Well, it is, but all of my guest rooms were previously indisposed. I sincerely apologize for these conditions that I've kept you in, but as it would happen, all the guest rooms have suddenly become available. And just in time, too. Now that you've awakened, you are free to claim whichever one you so choose. This place used to be known as Tsar Palace, but now it's under new management. What I'm trying to say is, this is my home. And if you'd like, it could be yours too. Oh, don't you worry your pretty little head. It's no trouble at all. I asked around the city to see if I could find any friends or family you might have, but if you do have any, they're not in the city right now. My voice sounds familiar. Well, I imagine it would. I have been speaking to you whilst ensuring that you are properly cared for. My servants insisted they care for you, but I declined. How could I leave the care of such a beautiful stranger to anyone but my perfectly capable self? Oh, please. There's no need to talk of payment or exchanges. I cared for you simply because something deep within me called out when I saw you. Almost like a great hunger that wouldn't be sated until I brought you home with me. Although, if you'd permit me to suggest, perhaps you'd allow me the chance to dine with you? Well, of course, I've actually grown quite fond of you, in the time I've spent with you. You're a commoner. And what does that have to do with anything? You're quite sweet. But please, the last thing I'd concern myself with is the opinion of others who would judge me by who I choose to spend my time with. Besides, commoner or not, you really are a cut above the rest. So, what do you say? Where would we go? My darling, wherever you'd like. As long as you're with me, all of Baldur's Gate is to be your playground, your oyster, hells, whatever you'd like it to be. I've the pleasure of calling many of this city's elite my close friends. And what's a dinner or two between friends? I'd have all your clothes tailored by the finest tailors and seamstresses, of the finest materials as well. And your jewellery? Gems and metal quite literally fall out of the earth. Think nothing of it. Name your wish, and like a djinn of the plains, I will grant it. You wish to take care of me? Oh, you are an absolute treat. But I assure you, I'm very well attended to. Servants do wonders for the quality of life. Well, yes, I did take care of you myself, but that's different. What do you mean, fair? It's a quaint idea, but I can wholeheartedly assure you that nothing in this city, no, in this realm, and others, in all of existence, fairness simply just does not exist. Everyone always wants something. That's just the way things are, I'm afraid. What did I want from helping you? Well, I suppose you do have a bit of a point with that, but you can't be serious. I offer you anything you'd like, and all you want is to return the favour. You know what? Perhaps it could be nice. But I couldn't ask that of you. You're insisting. You insist that I... No, you know what? Fine. I'll indulge you. But only because I'm insatiably curious about you, I can't wait any longer to get to know you. And because you are astonishingly charming for someone fresh out of recovery. I'll make sure that my servants tend to your wishes, but first I have a bit of cleaning up to do in the guest rooms. Oh, yes, I quite often tend to do some of the chores myself. Some of these things require a more delicate touch, you see? Anyway, enough about that. I will let you tour the grounds as you like. And perhaps later this evening, if you are still so insistent on the idea, you'll take care of me, whatever that entails. Until then, my dear, I will have to patiently await you. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Just wanted to check something. Do you guys prefer these with music in the background or without? Let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.